Welcome to Crosstalk Uncut. This is our first edition, and we're going to be talking about rape. I have Dr. Maymunah in the building.
I'm Dr. Maymunah Yusuf Kadri. I'm a psychiatrist and a mental health physician, and I'm here on this show to talk about rape, the emotional, the psychological, and the mental health issues regarding to a rapist and a rapee. I want to know, in the mind of a rapist, what really goes on and why it takes such a long time before a rape survivor comes out to express herself.
And I also have Dr. Kemi Olunloyo in the building.
Nice to have me here, Azuka. I'm Dr. Kemi Olunloyo. I'm a clinical pharmacist and also an investigative journalist and PR specialist. I'm going to be talking about rape from the standpoint of a mother of 3 men, 33, 28, and 18. Because we mothers of men have to talk about, hey, it's time for sex. And then it's time for, don't rape a girl out there. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. And I'm also investigating the very, very high-profile case in the Koza church scandal with Busola Dakolo and Pastor Fatoyinbo. So we're going to discuss all those aspects today on the show.
Okay, and I have my darling Shade.
Yes, my name is Shade Ladipo. I'm a media personality. I'm also an on-air personality. And I'm a businesswoman and country director for We Connect International, an organization that helps women to advance in global market and supply chain. I'm so grateful to be here with these amazing women.
Shade too, she forgot to mention her travel agency.
I run a business. But I run several businesses. Yeah. I run a travel agency. Yes.
Dr. Maymunah, I want you to start this discussion.
The truth is that rape is a sexual assault. It's a sexual assault and is usually not with a consent. So that act, that particular word, consent, is where we all need to nip in the bud. It needs to register, because oftentimes when rape issues come on, people will say, oh, she might have given her consent, or you weren't there. She was saying yes, meanwhile she was saying no. What rape is that even when at the point of penetration, she says no, her no is no. And you have to. So legally, that has to be.
At the point of penetration,
yes.
Can a man really hold himself back at that point?
If she said no, and you still go on, it's rape. Because it's physical force, coercion, taking something by force, and maybe you're in a power of authority. So whether she, at that point, she decided, maybe the mind says, I don't want to do it again, and she says,
I agree with her.
No.
It's very dicey.
I mean, legally, that's what it is.
That's
legally.
Yeah.
Legally, that's
legally.
what rape is.
And legally is legally. I agree with
Exactly.
Dr. Maymunah, I agree with you 100%. Coming from a pharmacist, when someone is raped, okay, let me just say this, there's something called the morning after pill. When sex is, you didn't plan and they didn't pull out or something. I mean, legal sex. People run to the pharmacy when I was in America. Oh, well, can I have plan B, But we also have that with rape victims.
Exactly.
They come in for those same pills. I don't want to get pregnant, I was raped, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, when I was in that other TV show, TVC, I said that rape is something forcible. And I remember Shude Jidenwo, the journalist and lawyer, saying it's not, the force is not there. I disagree with him totally. He said it doesn't have to be force. Force is a main aspect of rape all the time. If you're reading the paper, a man defiled his daughter. A man defiled his neighbor's daughter. Old man, small girl, small girl. The whole defiling thing, the girl didn't give them consent.
Yes, but when they say force is not part of it, it doesn't have to be force. You see,
Right.
what happens is sometimes you get raped and you just allow it to happen because you don't know how to handle the situation.
Exactly.
So it might not be force there.
Especially if the person is
Okay, father and daughter. Oh, daddy, what are you doing? Daddy, you're having sex with me,
Somebody who
That child's not going to scream.
person of authority, somebody you look up to.
Okay.
So, and so that is where when we come to when we talk about different types of rape, for example. Because the truth is that I want to talk about the different types. I like mnemonics, so it's good. We have it and as a mnemonic, so people can easily grab. Paid, somebody paid for it. So the mnemonic here is PAID, paid. So somebody paid for it because somebody may suffer for the rest of his or her life because of that rape. So P here is partner rape. Partner rape occurs, we have intimate partner violence.
Husband and
wives. And when you go to the authority, they're like, hey, go away, it's a domestic violence thing. So we have partner rape. Then the A here, we have triple A's. Age-related rape. So this we're talking about younger children, the statutory rape kind of thing, which is a legal word. Then the other A is aggravated rape. Aggravated rape, you're talking about forced sex when you are being maybe under somebody is on the thread or when you're unconscious. Remember that case of a lady who was unconscious for 9 months and was pregnant.
Yes.
That means she was raped.
That was what even happened with Kemi on Big Brother. That got him put because T-Boss was unconscious. And you can't give consent when you're unconscious.
And then, of course, when you are intoxicated. So aggravated rape. And then the third A is, what's the third A now? Aggravated age-related and acquaintance. Acquaintance, that's the one we commonly call date rape. Somebody you already know.
Okay, yes, that's
somebody you are familiar with.
I like to talk about
somebody
that.
Date rape,
somebody you like your best, like your friend, let's hang out, and then he's trying to be mushy and like, hey, I don't want to do this, and like, we've been friends, there's nothing there, we're friends with.
So it almost lured you into friendship
and then you get it. So that's the third A, and then the I is incest. Incest, father, daughter, uncle, niece, auntie, nephew, and all that. So those, that is the I, and the D is, dominance. I'm trying to think about the D. The D
She's
is
really good at this.
The D is
some of what you brought out. Dr. Maymunah, I want to elaborate two of those.
So the D is I'll come about the D, but it's something with regards to somebody of authority. So, like I said, I would think about it because it's really good before the show runs out. So PAID. So for you, really because somebody is actually paying for it. Somebody is actually. So I think it's dominance, capacity, or something like that. So
so dominance. So from what you're saying, but from what you said, it seems like some of these kinds of assault that happens, they actually flow into each other.
They're interrelated. So that one, the last day, I think that day is about when somebody has physical or intellectual incapacity, and then because that person cannot give her consent, you use that. So like somebody that's having some mental instability or somebody of intellectual incapacity. So and they like those children, they say, oh, she's an imbecile. They are very prone to abuse.
I think that's the one that got pregnant.
They are very prone to abuse.
So Dr. Shade is here, and Shade too has had a rape experience. I like how to like.
So I mean,
how do you then when it happened?
I've been raped. Man, I don't like talking about it because of my husband, because he doesn't like attention at all.
Stay strong, darling. I was ripped naked in Ikorodu Road, and I was almost gang raped. So we'll talk to an Azuka's interview. Let's hear Shade's first.
For me, the most important thing is when I heard Busola Dakolo speak about her experience, I immediately resonated with me, and I said to myself, she cannot be lying. It's almost impossible to hear someone speak about something you've been through. You kind of know the telltale signs, especially if you also have been through it. When I heard her speak, I could relate exactly. So it's almost difficult for me to say she's.
How old were you when you experienced it?
So it happened. I mean, I was molested as a child, and I lost all sense of confidence in myself. I thought I had no value. So I was like, you know what?
when I got raped, I was like, yeah, I probably deserved it. You tell yourself that. That's the first thing. You tell yourself you deserve it.
Yeah.
You know, oh, Shade, you were wearing a short skirt, you deserved it.
Oh,
Shade, you deserved it. Do you understand? That's you kind of feel like that. So you don't feel like the guilt. So it happened to me, and I told myself I deserved it. I accepted it.
How old were you then?
I think I was the first time I was raped, I was like maybe 12, and then I was raped again.
Family friend or by a stranger?
So the first person was a family uncle, you know, that pervy uncle.
The kind of uncle that
everybody, everybody usually has one uncle that is just, you know, a perv. I don't know if everyone has it, but he's just a perv, you know. And, you know, people say, but Shade, you haven't named these people, and you're shouting about Busola Dakolo. So that is why I'm shouting about Busola Dakolo, because you have no idea how difficult it is. No matter how achieved and what you've done,
I've
messed up.
My own thing was, at 8 years old, okay, you read it on my interview with Azuka. One uncle, a student of my father, a student of my father at University of Ibadan. Okay, so he wanted to take my hair out. The house girl was doing it, he sent the house girl out to go and buy bread. So I'm sitting down, he's taking my hair, and he puts his hand in my privates. And it actually felt good. I said it at Azuka's interview. Then, when he took it out, I just looked at him, something isn't right. Ever since that time, in 1973, that uncle came to our house, I would just like go to the room, be shielded away. But forget that. 14, I went abroad. I came back to Nigeria at 42. Anytime I saw that uncle, now in his 60s, he will come, oh, hello, hi. Then he got married, his daughter got married. His daughter was 30-something years old, and my own brother was his daughter's best man, because the groom was my brother's friend. So we were all at the wedding. So I'm sitting on the high table with my mom, and I'm just remembering, you know how they do the bride and the groom, they sit on the parents' laps? Every time I just looked like, I was just in the back of the place, in the back of the tent and all that stuff, because that thing was still there.
Yeah.
Now, 46 years later, I said to my mom, because my mom sat down this past March and in the balcony, and we're talking about this uncle and we're just talking about accidents. And he was known to hook up my dad with a lot of girlfriends. I mean, my dad has seen Azuka's interview, he laughed and all that. And he said, how come it took 46 years to say it? Because my mom said, to my hook up with girlfriends. Mommy, can I just tell something? Will you believe me? He said, what? Did you know he funded me one day when you went out and Fali was, I even remember the house girl's name, Fali, and Fali was doing here. 46 years later. So when Busola said 20 years ago, I understood where she was coming from.
So why don't you believe her?
I can't believe her because I'm a journalist, and the journalist must never take sides or be neutral.
But it seems like you're taking sides.
No, wait.
It does seem like
no, wait. We can't be neutral. We cannot take sides. We can't be neutral.
But it does seem like you're taking sides. I'm a consumer, and I look at your page, and I look at your report. It seems like you are for Biodun Fatoyinbo.
But Shade, wait. Did you see a Mampa's video? We're broadcasters. You're a broadcaster. Did you see a Mampa's video? Journalism is not a crime. Truth never dies. All the slogans we use. Amampo did a video this year. It was in June at the Foreign Office in London. And she said, this year, 2019 and beyond, journalists are not supposed to take sides or neutral. No more neutral. Everybody must go there and find the truth. So we're using the slogan, truth never dies.
Okay,
so
when I went,
hold on. Can I say something and say me? So why is, I mean, your interest on the case?
Yeah.
I'm like,
let me tell you my interest in the case.
Yeah, because
we're in a country where lies rule all the time. Nigerians don't like the truth. I found that out when I returned finally after Canada. Nobody likes transparency here. Ordinary posts on Facebook that I'll write, they'll curse me out, everything. That's what gave me this reputation that nobody liked me, because I was speaking the truth. Now, looking at Amampa's video, I said, I've always said this. Defending media freedom is what we have to do today. We go to the story and find the truth. Don't be neutral. Don't be, look at this, a thin line. Amampa saying, don't be neutral. And she said, don't take sides. Just go in for the truth. Remember, I used to do a lot of opinion journalism. What you say, Shade, could be opinion journalism. Kemi's taking sides with the pastor. I'm looking for the truth, but the truth is going on the pastor's side.
So tell me why you are. I want to know why exactly.
Shadi, can I still ask her something?
No, she wants to say, don't cut her off. Why I got into it.
Auntie Kemi, I need to ask this question because it's very important. I also follow your page too, and I've seen the things you've written, and I know you've also mentioned that the rape issue with the Dakolos is not real. That Chude, Debola, and I think I can't remember the girl's name. One other girl on the page in your page.
Yemi Adamaleku, Buki Shoni Bare, even the Dakolos pastor. It's a wide.
The pastor is supposed to be Ade Farasi, I think.
Yeah, Ade Farasi, the one in Port Harcourt, Pastor Larry. It's a wide. I'm going to do the chart tomorrow. You know the chart.
So do you have proof of this?
Shade,
what is the proof?
The proof I have, some of them is going, at the end of this month, the 31st, I'm going to do a complete report, and I'm giving it
Auntie Kemi, you said you
what
have
is the proof?
Shade Hodruno, you said you have a wide whatever.
No, the network of people
yes,
who
I wanted to explain that too, because we're all journalists here. Me, I like to, because
it sounds like a conspiracy.
The first thing,
I like to assimilate.
It sounds like a conspiracy to me.
But listen, let me talk about this. This is a great place to say it.
Yeah.
We're all journalists. So Kemi Olunloyo goes into this investigation. You ask the question, why did I get into this investigation? Why is the Nigerian media not in this investigation? That's what I should ask first.
I agree.
Not one media outlet. Here I am. I'm making dollars and dollars. I've been out of work for 2.5 years. I lost a lot of money. So I come back. After June 27th on TVC, National PTSD Awareness Day. What did I tell Mariah Folabi? I said, Mariah, I'm going back to work on the 1st of July. I'm forcing myself. I want to be busy so I don't feel suicidal. I'm going there. That's why Mariah apologized after she brought that up on the interview. But you have PTSD. Wouldn't that make your work look like questionable? She did apologize on WhatsApp. I did a post about it. I came back to work and I said, let me take assignments in investigative journalism. Why was no media outlet? We have no money. Investigative journalism, Shade, you know that it's not about fear. It's about money. It's not just about fear. It's about money mostly. Why did no media outlet take the story? What's the first thing I did, Azuka? I called you. I said, I'm going to interview Biodun Fatoyinbo. I contacted the lawyers. This church has 9 lawyers. Kai, I'm going to interview Biodun Fatoyinbo. I won't mention, but one of the biggest papers contacted me. Really? Kemi will give you a 3-man camera crew like Theo here to go with you. I said, no, I'm not doing the Azuka thing. That's what I said. The 2 Savage interview. I know it's one media outlet, and it's my media outlet that's going to get this interview. So I was ready to do the interview. I've never been to Abuja.
And then what happened?
And then they went out there. Yemi Adamaleku, Buki Shoni Bare. They had posters, flyers, everything printed right on time and planned it. Pastor stepped down. They stood outside the church. Pastor stepped down. They forced it.
Why didn't you interview Pastor, God forbid, Biodun Fatoyinbo? Why didn't you interview him?
That's what we're talking about. I was going to interview him. And then they surrounded his church and they forced him off the pulpit. They had placards.
No. Why didn't you interview him? Even if they were around his church.
He couldn't do it anymore because he stepped down. He sent out the
but he was still
wait.
Did they give you authority to come and interview him?
Yeah, I already
So why didn't you go?
At the time I was supposed to do it.
Yes.
He was starting a crusade.
So he declined the interview.
No, he didn't decline.
So why didn't you interview him?
Listen.
I'm trying to get.
She said.
Shade, slow down. Let me put a timeline. You know that's what I said on TVC. That Busola had no timeline. Everybody knows Kemi Olunloyo is about timeline. I'm Kemi, number one, dates, time, and all that. Shade, on Monday, 1st of July, Fatoyinbo was starting a crusade. His 1-week crusade.
Yeah, I remember clearly.
Yeah. And he stepped
that first day of the crusade would have been the day after that day's activity would have been the day I would have interviewed him. On that Sunday, they surrounded his church in Lagos and Abuja, everywhere, and they protested with placards and everything. He now stepped down, released the statement, and said, "I'm stepping down because the Lord told me to." Blah blah blah. I even heard TV Jakes, the pastor that mentored all of them abroad, even was part of the ones that advised him to step down. Now, with him stepping down, he also released a statement saying that Dakolo Tini has been shading him with innuendos for so long and that he's only after his money, extortion. At that point, I could not interview Fatoyinbo anymore. I was very, very
So you declined?
No, I didn't decline. He couldn't.
Nobody declined. He stepped down.
He stepped down.
He stepped down doesn't mean that he's not available for an interview.
No. He wrote down. He wrote that the Lord told him to go into seclusion. and he stepped down from the
was in
church.
the press-
So
he was in-
no,
he was in the
it
press
became,
conference.
Shade, it became
It was in
a
the press
police
conference.
investigation.
Okay, so he declined the
He
interview.
declined the interview.
Now we've
So
got
why
him there.
did
That's
he
why I
decline
said.
it?
I understand why he declined it, but what I'm
people.
saying
So,
is,
Auntie
no,
Kemi,
which
see,
is those
do you
people,
know
they're
where-
doing their jobs.
Auntie Kemi is
What job?
Their
Church
job is to
movement,
get,
Shade.
no. Okay, what I want to understand here is, you do not believe Busola.
I have a lot of proof. You guys want to hear it?
No. Do you believe her or you don't
I don't
believe
believe her.
You
At
don't
the
believe her.
beginning, I did a live video.
Wait. I understand. I'm trying to get.
I don't believe
I'm
her.
trying to just clarify this. So you don't believe her.
I don't
You believe
believe
that
her.
there is a conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy.
Of what's it called? Her church, her husband. They're all just trying to maybe bring down Biodun Fatoyinbo. That's what
That's
you believe.
it. And the church.
Okay,
and
so
Crosstalk.
have you investigated anybody else who has come forward? Did you speak to Esther Walters?
Yeah, I did speak to Essie Walters.
Okay,
I did
so have you spoken to
I said-
anybody
I said-
else
I
who
said
has
about-
accused?
hold on.
Now,
Yes,
okay.
Shade,
Also,
hold
have you
on.
also?
I said never said that she was raped.
No, she didn't say. Yeah, she didn't say she was raped.
Because that's what for me was the rape thing that I was.
But that shows pattern. That shows pattern
Shade
with
is-
Fatoyinbo.
Shade
That
is-
shows pattern.
Shade
Well,
is getting
Now,
Sleeping
how
with
about,
members
so
and
have
being-
you
and
ever
being
spoken
raped
to
is two different
anybody?
things for me, though.
Have you
Lots
ever
of
spoken to
people.
anybody in Ilorin when he started his church?
I went to Ilori.
And you are telling me that you do
I
not see
went to
any
Ilorin.
form of pattern
Let me
anywhere
talk. Let me
for you to
talk.
confidently say, you know what?
Let me
She is
talk about
categorically lying.
Shade, she is not category lying. She is lying. Busola Dakolo is part of an elaborate scheme, an elaborate scam. She's not part of what's going on. They put her in there.
So you
Look at her
have
face at the
finished.
press conference, Shade. You hold the press conference. The media is there.
yes.
Okay? Let me tell you something. You know Sheyi Makinde, the governor of Oyo State, when he was inaugurated on Inauguration Day, every governor inaugurated and the president, there were two people not at the stadium. Even my dad was there. People say, where's Kemi Olunloyo? Where's Ladoja? Ladoja, the one that made him governor and everything. We were missing. At that press conference, everybody saying, where's Kemi Olunloyo? The Dakolos did not invite me to that press conference.
Why should they invite you?
I'm media. I'm the only one investigating them. Are these guys that you invited investigating you? They're there for the entertainment story. That's why I went mad at Arike at TVC Entertainment. This is a criminal story, not an entertainment story.
I mean,
This
they're
is why all those
not
guys
obliged
came.
to invite you.
Oh, yeah. Just like they're not obliged to talk to
invite
me.
you. They're not.
Okay,
As a journalist, Shade,
You're not.
please
You can
don't
investigate. No.
answer.
They're not obliged
You
to
know why
invite you.
people
So
are Shade? People are saying I'm one-sided. Why? Because the Dakolos refuse me an interview.
you don't need to speak to only to the
I don't
There's
need
so
to
many
speak to
people.
them.
There's so many
I
people. Can
interviewed
here.
people
I've
around
spoken
them.
to just 5 people. One person who was in Ilorin when
I spoke to the pastor.
when Biodun Fatoyinbo
and
started
3
his
people.
church.
I spoke
This
to
is
3
a pattern.
I
This man
went to
is a
Ilorin.
pattern.
Yeah,
He
I
rapes. When he was
And at
a
this
cultist,
point,
he
Shade,
was
hello.
raping. He did not just
Shade,
be
Auntie
raping.
Kemi, the
Shade,
truth is
Shade.
that at this point, we would also would like to talk about in the mind of a rapist.
That's
is
it.
he in his face?
Dr. Muna is the
not
rapist.
Okay.
Some people say consensual sex.
That's not
Okay, Shade, did you watch the TVC interview? Azuka, I said that Busola had no timeline. That's the final thing I said on TVC.
It is possible for a rape victim to get facts
You're
wrong.
right.
It is very,
You're
very
right.
Especially if
possible.
it takes
you
a long
ask
time.
me what
Yeah.
age,
When I mean
what
by-
actual
Dr.
age I was actually raped, I cannot tell you. I remember
Shade,
the day.
Yeah, exact age.
I will mix
She's
it up.
right.
Yes. I will mix it
Yeah.
up.
Dr.
So
Muna,
that's
what
not-
did I
that's
say
not
about
enough
the time
proof.
when that uncle fondled me? I said 1973.
Three.
Do I remember the date?
Date
I
exactly
don't know.
no. But there's some certain things.
Okay, can you give us this proof you say of
Okay.
this elaborate
Let me talk.
conspiracy
Let me
Yeah,
of all the
that's-
pastors? Because if you
that's-
involve Pastor
okay,
Paul
okay,
inside
okay,
now.
okay. And we have to go on the break right now. We're back. Okay, we're back.
Back to facts.
Yeah,
Facts
facts.
only.
So you're feminist.
Yeah.
I am, of course I am.
Global feminist.
No, but before we go on this fact thing,
Yeah.
as a therapist on this platform, I listen and I listen not judgmentally.
Yeah.
And as a therapist, of course, it's going to be very neutral.
Yeah.
I'm not for the pastor, neither am I for the Dakolos,
Yeah.
but of course, listening to all the information here,
Yeah.
reading a lot of online,
Yeah.
going through the videos and
Yeah.
all that, and of course, the the victim shaming that we've been having all over the whole place, and the reason why people haven't been coming. And of course, this particular case it has gained a lot of traction because it involves a religious leader.
Right.
And it involves the church.
Right.
And these are the people, when you are in dying, when you are under pressure, when you are
You're
stressed,
supposed to go to them.
these are the people that you go to, and they help you with spiritual awareness, and even refer you for other kind of awareness. But where we stand right now in this case, before you lay the fact, is that no man when born, or no male child when born, has that fetish that this looks like a rapist when he grows up. So rapists are not born.
They are made.
They are made. The nurture, the environment, the personality, what they go through. Did that person go through child sexual abuse? Because now, in the mind of the rapist, you want to look at certain things that person, that is making that person now a rapist. Why do they have poor gratification? Why when I talk about this, we're talking about the nymphomanics. You have the money, you can actually go pay a sex worker
and get the sex.
But no,
you want to
they
take it by
enjoy
force.
that pleasure rather of taking something that is important to that individual. So that's why they say rape is about snatching and taking away something from somebody that she values. So I'm using she here because of course we do understand that men also do get raped. So we are not talking about it's only about the women, but we know that women do get more rape than the men. And of course we do understand that rape can also occur from the fact that when men see women as objects,
which is something that's always been happening,
rather than as humans that should be treasured. So, for example, you talk about your 3 men and all. So, men, of course, boys have to be groomed in such a way that they should look at the girl who will turn to a lady, to a woman, as a human being, not as an object to, that acquire or sexualize. And of course, the patriarchy system also comes into play here, where the men are all, it's a man, you can't talk to him, and of course the woman is, it's a woman, and it can happen, and nothing really, will happen. But of course, if I want to go into my own field, we do understand certain things like this can happen under the influence of drugs, alcohol, any other substance. And then of course we can talk about people with bipolar affective disorder. When they are in their manic phase, one of the symptoms is increased libido. So and
then also talk about the obsession of power.
Obsession to people in authority.
People in authority.
They get
obsessed with that power they have.
With it. And of course they take things, or they acquire things because they know that in that seat of power they can do and undo.
Okay, sorry, can I say something? Before we went on break, we talked about the conspiracy. Because Chude and Debola actually like my aburos, they're my friends. Although I came out from the States, I've not had the time to talk to them about.
I'm not even putting Debola in the picture. Just Chude. Chude didn't interview.
But why did you put Debola's picture on your Instagram page? You did something. You did a poster. You have Dr. Fato. You have Pastor Farasi.
That was
and Debola.
That's the conspiracy.
That's the conspiracy
to unravel.
Let me get to it. Now, Dr. Maymunah, what she said, right? Very important. People in power. Remember, I was on Ikorodu Road in a car accident that was burning, and I was naked. Many men stripped me naked. Now the next thing was them to rape me, gang raped. I could have died that night. And one of them just carried me and ran away with me. And he went into her house. And then a woman took me naked, bathed me, and dressed me up. Then I was watching TV and they had my picture there the next day, missing, daughter of the minister. What if I was gang raped? I'm talking about something I could not tell the world until my 50th birthday on national TV. 50 moments of Kemi Olunloyo's life. And the first person I told before I went on TV was Shane Kuti, because the very same bed that I was is the bed that their grandmother died in. That 1978, the Olunloyos and the Kutis went through tragedy. So I went through that, and I went to the front.
So imagine, I want to imagine if you told someone this, and the person says, "Well, I don't believe you."
Oh no.
I'm just saying. I just want you to. I want you to imagine.
There's archives of it.
I want you to just imagine forget the
Imagine,
stereotypes.
yeah.
Imagine that, because that's exactly what you're doing to
I'll prove
Busola.
it. No, that's
Yes,
not what I'm doing to
a lot
them.
of
I'll
rape
prove it
cannot
to
be
them.
proved. A lot of rape cannot be proven.
And that's why the legal
Especially we don't have.
Sorry, ladies. I actually asked the question. I'm still
Yes.
particularly concerned
I want
about
the proof.
the fact,
This proof.
The conspiracy
Because she says she has
Chude-
proof.
Yes.
No, because Chude and Debola, until like I told you before we spoke, like I know them very well.
Yeah.
I mean, I follow them, young men, and somehow I think I know their antecedents because I'm still trying to understand what Chude and Debola stand to gain.
Exactly.
By
All right, let me
pushing
start.
Yes.
Let me get the floor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The floor is up.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to lay down how I did my investigation for you. First of all, it's a disgrace that nobody picked this investigation. That should tell you one thing.
Yes.
It's a lie.
Okay.
Why? When I called a couple of people abroad, okay, whatever, the Austrian Fox News, past CNN anchors, investigative journalists, Jane Miller, different ones that I grew up in America, I said, watch this case. The first thing was like, why is nobody else doing this case? Kemi, you're an independent journalist online. You guys have newspapers, The Punch, The Vanguard. Why are these reporters, not one newspaper, not one television, and not one radio station, are doing this stuff? So one of the reporters said, Kemi, but guess what? If there was no social media today, look at what happened between Yabo and Ojo and I. We were doing videos and we were
Going back
shading
and
each
forth.
other back and forth. What if there was no IGTV, no YouTube, nothing? Nobody would know what's even going on. So now, this reporter in America was saying, what if there was no social media today? Who would have investigated this cause? I think.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be TV, radio, or newspaper?
Yeah, you're right.
Right there and then, it's a lie. I said, I know it's a lie. Why did you pick the story of Kemi?
You
Who paid you?
You haven't given any proof yet.
Wait, Shadi, let me
start.
talk.
Because I need to hear this
I'm
proof.
not this there.
I need to
Sorry,
hear
sorry,
this
sorry.
proof.
Sorry,
She's
because
trying to lay
see,
the foundation,
I know
maybe.
because
I'm trying
see,
to
do you know
lay
what?
the
Do you know what I'm
foundation.
concerned?
We haven't.
Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
concerned about this?
Yeah. This is
Chude
not laying the
and
foundation.
Debola.
No
Yes,
mainstream
exactly.
This is not
media
laying.
touched
Yeah.
Yes,
today.
because it's and that is
reasons.
possible.
Two reasons.
The reason could be
Chude
that
and
he's
Debola.
paid people.
No.
Or people do not want to go through what's happening right now.
Let me tell you
people
right
are
now.
being shamed.
Let me tell you that right now.
Victim
Has
shaming.
There's a
nothing
lot
to do
of
with
power
money.
involved
No.
in this. You know that,
Power
right?
Power my
There is a
foot.
lot of power. See, do you know how
Power.
powerful the church is?
Shade. Power my
Do you know how
foot.
long it took for people to actually start to tell the story of the Catholic past and priests that
yeah.
were
Kemi.
molesting
I
kids?
covered it.
That's not the point. What
I
I'm saying
covered
is
it.
it took a
One of my
while.
colleagues was in it.
I'm not
John
saying
Lemon
it.
of
I'm not
CNN
saying
was
it didn't.
raped
I'm
by a
not.
priest.
I'm
I
not saying.
covered that.
What I'm saying is that could be the main reason why people are not picking
Let me
it up.
tell you the main reason
But
why they didn't pick it up. It's a story.
no. What you think?
I know
It's not
the
a
main
fact.
reason.
It's not a fact
No,
until you can prove
Shadi,
it.
let me talk.
Okay,
Shadi, let me talk.
give your opinion.
Give me the floor.
Because-
Give me your opinion. It's
I'm
an
still-
opinion until you can prove
yes,
it.
fact.
Let
Yes,
me-
we are
too.
waiting for the
Let me-
fact.
Yeah.
I want to
Shadi,
know
let me-
why
let me-
why she
You guys
thinks
have to
today.
listen to me.
I know
Yeah.
Chude and
Okay.
Debola
Okay.
are one part
The
of
first
this.
thing I said was no mainstream media picked up the story.
Okay.
Okay. That's a sign right there that it's all lies. Two,
That's not
Like
a
you
fact.
said,
That's an
Shadi,
opinion.
Shadi,
It's not a
let-
fact.
Let's
don't
not.
need to
Let
run
her
away.
finish.
the second reason Shadi said it's not a fact because of power. The second reason is he may have paid people. Shadi, people said he's paid me. I don't know this guy. Never spoke to him. Never saw him before. Never been to Abuja. Never nothing. Now, could somebody have paid me around this guy?
Yes,
I know people who work for who go to that church. I don't take their phone calls. One of them is Fani Kayode. Fani Kayode called me and said, Kemi, there's an article I wrote about Koza. Are you a member of that church? He said, yes. My wife and my children go there, even though I haven't been to church in the last 2 months, but you're a member. There's an article I wrote about it. I need you to post it on your blog. Automatically, I usually charge someone to post an article on my blog, but I don't do that anymore because of sentiments. You know what I mean? It's not like Femi. Femi's like a brother. I don't charge Femi to put anything on my blog, but when it comes to the kind of essays Femi's writing or anybody's writing, I don't want opinion. I don't take opinion journalism anymore. Now, people said they've paid me. Who paid me? People are talking about everything I do. I'm in a hotel room with a customized desk because I asked them to move it from one room to the other. People say, look at our office, costing money is good. I find it insulting. I've blocked 7,000 people on 3 platforms because people are saying they pay me. I don't take bribes.
Okay, let's
I
go.
don't take.
Okay.
Let's
I
go
don't
to the
take bribes.
proof.
Now,
Proof.
Busola Dakolo, like I said on TBC, had no timeline. Listen, let me talk. Don't interrupt.
Okay.
If you tell me that you were 16 years old, if you're 36 years old and you tell me that 20 years ago a pastor raped you in Ilorin, I want to know
that 20 years minus 36, you were 16, underage.
Yeah.
You said the pastor picked you up to babysit.
Did you watch the video?
Baby. Everything I watched. I'm the only I'm the only journalist in this case. I watched the video. I watched you this video that he cut into pieces 12 times. Okay? And also Abdusalami photography. I hope you've seen those black and white reenactments, 3 sides to a coin, how the pastor may have raped her. He picked you up to babysit a child. On the way, you stopped in the bushes after one passenger got off. He bent you over, doggy style, on the bonnet of the car and had sex with you. Doggy style on the bonnet of your car is not rape. One,
what?
You have your hands free.
What?
I'm sorry.
What the fuck are you talking about? Do you know the shock and fear that comes from a man who you consider a father? That is not fucking proof.
Somebody
that is not proof. So she could be scared for her life. Are you joking?
Push
them
away. This is what we're teaching girls now.
Yes,
maybe
that's what we're teaching girls now. But you see, girls,
push them away.
I agree.
Fight back.
I agree. It's easy for you to say this now. No, you're talking about it's easy for you to say now. See, when I was raped by the same person, same person, till now I cannot say his fucking name. Look at me, I'm fierce. Why can't I say his name? Why can't I say his name? Are you talking?
Are you gonna come back for you?
It's not even about that. The truth is, there's a lot of power play involved when you are being raped.
Let's move on.
Power play.
So that is not even. Who was he? Which power did he have?
What are you talking about?
Pastor.
For her, she.
Pastor.
No.
Listen.
For her, she considered him somebody she loved and respected.
We're still looking
for her. So you've not yet brought out proof.
Wait, we're still looking
There's no proof. You cannot say because she didn't. No. This is victim shame when you say you should have pushed the person away.
Okay.
So there's no proof yet.
Fine.
You've given no proof yet. Oh yeah, continue. What did she lie about? What did she lie about?
She was taking me to babysit a baby.
Okay.
When I interviewed people in Ilorin,
yes.
When I went to Ilorin,
yes.
People told me in Ilorin that the baby she's talking about in 1999. Remember, she didn't have a timeline.
Yes.
Shidera wasn't born until 2002, so she messed up there. So rape victims don't remember timelines. Okay. Shidera was not born. Remember, Shidera is now a teenage girl.
Okay.
And she can actually get.
She's not a teenage girl.
She's
not a teenage girl.
She's
okay, so
she can actually come and.
Okay.
She can actually come and talk in that case.
Yes, you're right.
I asked the lawyers to Koza that we need Shindara to talk.
About what?
No, listen.
Shindara was a fucking child. She's not going to remember anything. Girl. So how about the wife that was there? She
knows when she was born.
But the wife was there. She said the wife was there when she was uncomfortable and Fatoyinbo was trying to get her into another room. The wife has not denied that.
The wife,
she has not denied that situation happened. Is she denying that situation happened? She has not still denied.
So are you trying to say that?
She didn't wait. What I want to do is I want to lay down the facts and then.
There are no facts. You have not laid down one fact.
Shade is
not one fact. You haven't laid down one fact.
The wife denied it.
What's that? She denied what?
You're saying the wife never denied.
She never said that situation
happened. Have you
ever
heard the part where they said that they went to beg Fatoyinbo, a pastor in Lagos? They took Busola and family to go and beg Fatoyinbo. That never happened. It never happened. There are many things we hear saying, we listen to on the internet.
Facts. Give me facts.
Okay. Where's the Mercedes?
Where's the what?
The Mercedes that picked Busola up from her house to go babysit a baby that was not born. The Mercedes was not bought till 2003. That's where investigative journalism.
Wait, so are you saying that he couldn't have gotten a phone? So you're saying that he couldn't have gotten a car?
Busola had a make of a car that was not bought in 2003. Lies.
That's still not proof.
It is proof.
That's
my father's Mercedes is still in front of our house.
That's what?
1983, governor's Mercedes is still there with no tires on a brick.
So how do you know? Wait. Okay, Kemi. How do you know? Kemi, how do you know the car didn't exist?
Because he didn't buy it till 2000.
That's what he told you. Did he show you? Who told you? Did you see any proof to this effect? Did you see any proof? Did you see any proof?
The pastors.
Did you see any proof?
Yes.
What proof did you see? What proof?
Some of the proofs are not paperwork. The car is gone.
So they could be fucking lying. Why do you just believe it? That's what I'm asking.
No,
they could be lying.
Because they lived it.
What are you joking? These are pastors who they're trying to keep their money.
It's a pastor that
they're lying.
Not anymore.
So they could be covering for him.
These are pastors that have walked out of Koza in Ilorin.
But
Kemi, not talked about any Koza.
Kemi, you have not given me any proof. It is still hearsay.
Busola's sister said many
Okay.
things in today's interview she lied about. I slapped my
Busola's sister
driver.
said that.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
It's not a lie.
That's a
I have
fucking
post
lie.
of it.
Please, someone find out that is a lie.
She lied about slapping the
That
driver.
is a lie.
Never happened.
That is a
Busola's
lie.
Listen, 5 sisters.
That
and
is a
one-
lie.
Watch. 5 sisters and another one.
Okay, where did you see that? Where
When
did you see
I
that?
spoke to them.
What's the okay?
Shade, I spoke to Busola's sisters.
You spoke
2
to
sisters.
What are
I'm
their
gonna
names?
release their names.
What are their names?
I'm going to release their names. You know?
Okay.
I'm going to release their names.
Because it's probably lies.
It's not lies.
It is lies because
Shade.
that's what they said. They said Timmy collected
Shade.
5 million. Timmy went on honeymoon.
Shade.
That Koza gave him this, Koza gave him that.
Shade.
If Timmy didn't come out and say he had to bring out a video of his
Shade.
own wedding day to show these things are lies.
Shade, we have the
Why
video.
are you believing all of
We have
this?
the video.
What video?
What video?
I
What video?
videotaped Timmy telling me on LLAM at the end of that red carpet.
That.
I typed the story on my blog.
Where,
I had to go
what
get
is the
story.
video? What is the video?
The video, listen. Timmy told me, I married my wife pure. I said, what do you mean by that?
Okay.
Does that mean she's a virgin? You saw the smile in the picture I took with Timmy and Busola.
Mm-hmm.
There were 3 people beside me. MTV, I've never said this. MTV Base, Hip TV, and channels.
So what did he say in the
All
video?
of them had the video on YouTube.
So what
They
is
took
the
it down.
what is the video?
The same thing he told me. He
That
married
what
his
is
wife
pure? Yes,
virgin.
pure could mean yes in his mind.
Then I asked
She's a
him.
fucking
I
virgin.
asked him.
In his mind, she's like, oh sorry, I'm sorry.
Now the show goes viral.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Crosstalk Uncut. For me, I'm still interested in why Auntie Kemi thinks that what is happening is a conspiracy against Pastor Fatoyinbo. And because 2 people that are like, they're like my younger brothers, they're like my buros, Debola Williams and Chude.
Yeah. Were in my poster.
Yes, when we poster. You know, I
Yeah.
asked you, I said, Auntie, I know these guys very well, you know, blah, blah, blah. You not said, so you explained to me.
From an
that-
investigative journalist point of view is why I'm investigating this. I'm not doing this as a journalist. I'm doing it investigative. And I have to say for the first time, I think I said it, Shadi, I'm not the only one investigating this. I have journalists around me in America and in Canada who are all watching my work and looking at it. I'm not saying I'm taking their cues, but it's a shame that our own media has not touched it. And everybody, listen to what somebody wrote on YouTube. It's a shame that NTA, TVC, Silverbird, everybody was mentioned, have not bothered to
Could it be
investigate
because-
this
could it be
and
because
left
evidence
this
that there's no
delusional
evidence
woman.
That there's no evidence.
That's what I've
and
said.
That also
and left this
it
delusional
happened a
woman
long
to be
time-
the only one.
Auntie Kemi, that it happened a long time ago, maybe like almost 20 years ago.
Doesn't
so
matter.
What are we going to be talking about?
Doesn't matter.
and
It took me
investigating?
46 years.
Can we allow Kemi to please give
Okay,
us
let's
the
talk.
proof? I want to see
When I got
the
into the
proof in
story,
pudding.
okay, the
And
first
please,
thing.
the only thing I'm going to say is, whenever you say you have proof, I'm going to actually challenge you on whether it is proof, hearsay, or it's just your opinion.
Proof.
Hearsay or
No
your
opinion journalist.
Okay.
No opinion
Because
journalism in this Dakolo case. I'm
Okay,
here
so-
for the truth.
Oh, yeah, so give
All right,
it
let
to
me
us.
start. So this is how I started. I told TVC that I arrived, that Busola was never raped. There was no timeline and other reasons. And I told TVC, the custard theory. Custard is ready, hot water and powder here. What I'm doing is what's in between, how I arrived at that final custard. The first thing I did was Ilorin. I went to Ilorin. I spoke to people at Koza in Ilorin, past pastors. First thing you do is the same thing that got me in trouble with the BOME. Okay, I called for witnesses, which is how I'm trained in the States. Here, when you call for witnesses, you have to blacken out the name. So how are you going to find witnesses? If Yabo Joy, BOME's name didn't show, you wouldn't do it. So what I did was I called for witnesses. Are you a pastor at Koza? Were you at Koza before? Are you a congregation maker? Which congregation are you in? Port Harcourt, Lagos, Abuja, or Ilorin? Contact me. News tips came in, flooded in. Now, how do you know who's telling the truth, who's telling a lie? This is a church, a sensitive institution. And the reason why Nigerian media has not gone in there, it's so sensitive. We have a vice president that's a pastor.
I don't think it's church.
Wait, Azuka, we have a vice president that's a pastor who has church affiliations. Church affiliations are strong with the federal government. If you mess up, you will lose money. There are media outlets that will say that if we mess up in Koza case, or it looks like we're letting the case be on Busola's side, we will not get money from the feds for our media outlet. It's all about money at the end of the day and power. Yeah. So what I did was I said, hey, look at this. So investigation that I won't be put in anybody's side. Independent journalist, investigative and online. Let me use my platform. And all I was thinking about is, what did I tell you, Azuka? My money. What did I tell you? My Facebook money, Facebook creator, and my YouTube creator and my Instagram creator money. That's how I make my money. But what did I get? Fatoyinbo has given me 100 million naira. People, everything Fatoyinbo. Azuka's photo shoot and Toyi's photo shoot, Fatoyinbo paid for it. Even this makeup now, we saw it on the live. Fatoyinbo paid for this makeup. Emmanuel did.
Let's go back to the
point. Going back to the point.
Yes. You went to Ilorin.
I was not paid by Fatoyinbo.
Okay. We agree. Because there's no proof.
Oh, can I just?
So it's just,
no. Shade, wait. Shade, I want to. Shade, wait.
I don't believe you.
Shade, wait. You have your right not to believe me. But I want to clarify something. You know how we journalists talk? You're a journalist. I went to Ilorin. I want to clarify that now, Dr. Muna. I didn't get into a car and drive to Ilorin. I didn't have to be there physically. I don't have to be in Syria.
Okay.
I don't have to be in Syria to see the bomb.
That was what you said.
Oh, no. No, I wanted to clarify that. No. I want to clarify that the way we talk. I went to Ilorin, meaning that I spoke to people from Ilorin. Okay. Phone, email, Instagram, everything, DMs. That's what I mean.
So you said you spoke to past pastors?
Past congregation members.
Congregation members, okay.
Many of the past pastors that I spoke to from the Ilorin branch, because you see, I had a problem when the police got involved in the investigation. The IGP, the AIG, they messed up for two reasons. The case should have never been filed in Lagos. Fatoyinbo's lawyer said, we're filing in Abuja, we're not filing in Lagos. I said, but they said they filed first. The lawyer said, no, they didn't file first. They have not filed anything. Chude did interviews with them. They did not file until after Chude's interview. That's what lawyers are telling me. Okay? But the Dakolas, no, we filed way before. Then somebody in Panti or wherever they went to in Lagos said, we don't have any record of it. Then they pushed it to the IGP. The whole thing was annoying because I was the only journalist investigating. Why was it not filed in Ilorin? I called Ilorin CP. So we haven't gotten anything here. It happened here 20 years ago. Apparently, no one has come to... If anything should be filed, it should be in Ilorin where all this happened. Meanwhile, everybody's using their power. Celebrity, we live in Lagos. We're the ones that were raped. Big pastor, I'm in Abuja. You're all coming to Abuja. You see what I'm saying? Is that not what happened in my own case? I wrote something. I posted something on the blog. Ibiomi's people came and picked me up to Port Harcourt. And then the Attorney General of Oyo State said, no, we want a change of jurisdiction. The crime that you said happened in Ibadan. So at the end of the day, none of them filed in Ilorin. So, okay, so I spoke to Ilorin people. Then I went to Port Harcourt. They have a church in Port Harcourt. When you're investigating something as an investigative journalist, IJ, I want to say on this, when you're an IJ, you look at the little things that people... Jay Miller at WBAL, she's still there till today. Okay, she solved the Panhandler case. She was the one that trained me. You look at the little things nobody else is looking at, okay? Pastor Larry in Port Harcourt, House on the Rock, Dakolo's church. Why is he always shading Koza on his sermons? I called him out, right? I said, Pastor Larry, enough is enough. Stop shading this guy. Okay? Isn't that what Dakolo did? Timmy came to Abuja.
You're not giving any proof.
Wait, Timmy came to Abuja, planned it very well.
So get to the proof.
Timmy came to Abuja, planned it very well. Elaborate scheme. Timmy came to Abuja. He was in a gym. Oh, with my friends in the gym. Who are those friends in the gym? They happen to be all Koza affiliates. Nena, she quit Koza. Said she couldn't get married. Said it was the pastor's fault. The pastor paid you $250,000 a month for salary. Gave you a brand new car and possibly $4 million. Okay? To go and open your whatever you want to open.
Yeah, we're going around in circles.
No, we're not going around. I'm telling you how I investigated it. That's proof. Nena got a brand new car, everything. She's in there.
Have you seen this?
Yes.
Did you see that from...
Yes.
You're saying things...
I have everything.
Oh, God.
I have everything. 9 lawyers. Send me the proof of the car you gave to Nena. Send me her salary, $250K. Brand new car. Pastor, because of you, I couldn't get married. It's not my fault. And then church members calling me. Oh, no, it's not hearsay. It's not hearsay. I have proof.
What proof?
Paper that I'm going to put in the file.
Paper that what?
The car given to Nena.
So
her salary of $250. No, forget Nena. Hold on, because
exactly.
she's Nena. No, wait.
What the fuck is Nena?
Wait, Nena's doing an interview. She's going to be on an interview with Ebony Life.
Are we talking
She's going to be on an interview with Ebony Life, and we want to see what she has to say.
Yeah, she's probably going to say everything you're saying is bullshit.
She's probably going to say something to do with, no, it's not hearsay. I have a salary, I have a car, I have everything.
Because
not deducement. No, wait a minute. Let me
let's get the proof.
Shade, you're not let me talk. Shade, quiet. Let me talk. Who else was in the picture? Essie Walters was in the picture. She's not even in the picture of this case. Who else was in the picture? Femi.
What about the guy
Femi is no longer in COSA as well. He too was in there. Okay? I wrote about everybody in the picture. During the time he came to Abuja and he was in the gym with them, then he started shading the pastor. Mrh Dakolo, your wife was raped by a pastor. Did you go to your own pastor for counseling? Where's Ade Farasin? Why did Ade Farasin call my dad? I don't think Shade knows. Why did Ade Farasin call my dad? I recorded my dad, and if I release that recording, the whole case, the police would dismiss the case.
What are you talking about?
That's what you need to listen to now. When I was in Ibadan, Azuka, I called you.
Yeah.
After the robbery, I was in a hotel. My father called me, 84-year-old. Kemi, what's going on? I don't want you to be arrested in another pastor case. House on the Rock called me. A pastor from House on the Rock called me and said, everybody knows my dad's number, that an Igbo journalist is threatening you. Igbo journalist threatening me. Who's the Igbo journalist? I only know 2 Igbo journalists. Okay, Paul Egbe, Nation. And Chude, why Niger? Igbo journalist is threatening you. Something about Fatoyinbo's case. Wait a minute. Daddy, no Igbo journalist is threatening me. Who's the pastor that called you? I can't tell you. I don't want you to be in trouble, and I don't want you to be harmed. Azuka, did you not ask me at one time, am I fearful for my life on COSA? Yeah. What did I tell you? Investigative journalism is not about fear, it's about money. Okay? The only money I'm making for this case is the traffic coming to my sites. I don't have money to even run all what I want to run.
So what was on
but
this
listen,
tape?
It's not a tape. It's a phone call with my dad. I recorded my dad's phone call.
Okay, so continue. What did he say?
My dad is telling me that he doesn't want me to be arrested on another pastor case, and that a House on the Rock pastor called and said that, hey Joe, Kemi, please tell how an Igbo journalist is threatening her on the Fatoyinbo case. We don't want her to be home. Who called me from House on the Rock? Sorry, I don't want to break anything. Who called me from House on the Rock? I went crazy. Azuka, I went crazy. I put post out, and I called out Ade Farasin. Pastor Ade Farasin, you're a pastor at House on the Rock. Call your pastors to order. All your senior pastors, whoever called my dad, I will find that person out and I will rat them out. That took my investigation into another direction. It took my investigation in another direction. I said, Ade Farasin, your congregation members.
Still speculation.
No, it's not speculation. It's not speculation. All I'm telling you now is that if I release my father's audio, the police will dismiss the case.
No.
If I release my father's audio, the police will dismiss the case. And Busola loses.
Kemi, there is no proof that the person who called your father is actually from House on the Rock. So
there is proof. There is proof.
Shade? What is the proof?
There is proof.
What is the proof?
I called my dad. Listen.
Did your dad record the call with the person?
Wait.
Jesus Christ.
I called. Shade wouldn't listen.
Speculation.
Shade is not speculation. I then called my father back.
Okay.
Dad, you know what I can do with the internet, right? I can really turn the internet upside down. Okay. My father called me and said it's trending everywhere that I called out Ade Farasin and his pastors, and that he should call his pastors to order. Okay? And my dad said to me, I didn't want you to cause trouble. Ade Farasin called my dad. I now went back and said, Ade Farasin, you're trying to get me to back out. So your dad you're trying to call me.
No, your dad confirmed. That
yes. And I called back Ade Farasin and said, you're trying to back out. You're trying to get me to back out.
That conversation with your dad?
I have everything. I'm telling you, if I release these things. Did I release Tony Abraham's thing for Yabojo? I released it. How many things have I released? I'm a journalist. We're not in Maryland, where you can't take him without telling someone.
Ade Farasin called your dad to threaten you.
Fast forward. Ade Farasin wants me to back out of this investigation because I had the facts of this investigation. They don't like Kemi Olunloyo. I do. Why would a pastor call my own dad to get me to back out and say an Igbo journalist was threatening me? This is what I wanted to ask. Listen, Shade, this is what I wanted to ask Chude on Moriah's show. What did they do? Chude cancelled. He now showed up late, and I was sitting there, and they now put Chude and Adamoleko here. Chude said he didn't want to face off. That's what I wanted to ask Chude. Chude, Ade Farasin called me. Is he sponsoring you and the Dakolos? Why is Busola not talking at the press conference? Is it to me that they raped? Chude, where are the rest of the people you interviewed? You say you interviewed 5 people, or you sat in the 5 interviews. I have them. A pregnant woman sitting next to her husband, a minor sitting next to her mother, and possibly Nena. Chude, release them. I'm putting them on fire. They're liars. They're conspiracy. They messed up that investigation the minute they call my dad.
Wait.
The minute they call my dad. Let me tell you, the AIG's office wants, the AIG's office
give us proof about the case.
Shade, the AIG's office wants that tape that my dad and I made. Do you know what that can do? My dad has nothing to lose. The man has served 51 appointments. My dad has served 51 appointments in 58 years. He's an ex-governor and he has nothing to lose.
Release it, Kemi. Release it. It's going to shut down the case.
No. I'm going to give my report to the police.
With that recording of
once they see that recording, they can dismiss the case. But listen, in America and Canada, some things are not admissible. Did you know that, Shade?
Yes. Yeah.
Dr. Maymunah, YNW Nelly, the rapper. I got murder on my mind. Did he not do that video 2 years before? But Florida had to use it in the case. They can't use it in Canada.
Okay, give us
you know what I'm saying?
On this case.
Facts. The facts.
Yes, because you have no.
Let me continue. Tony Rapu.
Okay.
Tony Rapu is a pastor.
Yes, this present house.
Do you know the House on the Rock was burned down in Abuja?
Okay.
Who was the first pastor that consolidated, commiserate? I don't know. Journalist with the Burns Church. Was it not Fatoyinbo?
Okay.
And hugging Ade Farasin.
Okay.
Even Fatoyinbo is seeing things I'm investigating that even he cannot believe in. For his lawyer, I brought those photographs out. These are what the tips of both of them. Praying for him and all that. Wait.
So, Auntie Kemi, are you saying anything like
She has not given any proof.
Auntie Kemi, hold on.
You have no proof.
Hold on, you said that.
Oh my goodness.
Tony Rapu, I wanted to talk about Tony Rapu.
It's not about rape.
Tony Rapu has... Listen. Tony Rapu started preaching about rape after Busola's interview. Church 2 movement. He did not... He gave a clue right there. That's what an investigator looks at.
Dr. Kemi, sorry to interrupt you. You said that it's not about rape, it's about 2 churches.
It's 2 churches.
So what she's saying is
it's 2 churches.
Yes.
That's what I saw.
Is it over supremacy or...
Supremacy. They want to close down Koza. There's a cabal in the church.
They want to close down
there's a cabal in the church. They want Biodun Fatoyinbo.
What is so special about Biodun Fatoyinbo and Koza?
Because his congregation.
So are we not all
his
congregation
is the best in Abuja to the world. I'm saying it to the world. Somebody's involved. Somebody's involved. TD Jakes is involved. TD Jakes is involved.
At this point,
TD Jakes is involved.
At this point, Auntie Kemi and Shade.
TD Jakes is their mentor.
In this case,
Kemi, you have not been able to prove to me.
I've proved
everything.
And truth is,
your case at the 31st this month is going to be the same thing.
You know what?
It's going to be
none. What has the police done? Has the police done everything? No sex crime unit, no forensic.
I agree.
No physical evidence. Busola's sister have not posted about her rape. Busola's sister said she's lying.
So you can shame them. So you can shame them.
Busola's sister, 5 sisters have not posted about the rape.
So you can shame them. You want to shame them.
One sister
said.
Look at how
she shamed Busola. So her sister to
come. What happened to victim? Do you know what I said? She fled to America. To me, she fled to America.
I'm holding your hand.
Doctor.
These are 2 people that have gone through some form of molestation.
Yes, we
Childhood.
are.
Yes, she can say hers now because it's late. She can't say hers now because
it's
still alive. And this is what we're talking about, victim shaming. We are here to allow people to talk because we need people to heal. We need recovery. A lot of people are traumatized. And this is affecting all of us.
I'm still traumatized
our wellness, because people are not even sleeping well. People are depressed. People are suicidal. People are dying every day. Do you people remember
trauma is real?
Nigerians are supposed to be the happiest people on earth.
But
now you hear suicide every now and then.
Trauma is real.
Because victim shaming when it comes to rape, and now it's involving the religious organization. We need to allow people to come out, speak out, call people out. And if you have sons out there, you have to now learn and train them that girls are supposed to be their sisters, not to be raped.
That's what
And
I
of
said to
course,
my children.
If you are in the position of power, don't use your power to oppress,
abuse.
suppress, abuse people. Because it will traumatize people and that will change their course of destiny. So of course, Uncut, even if we have a face-off,
Crosstalk.
we fight,
Yes, and
we
we're
care,
we're still
sing
cool.
one, yes, we're still
Shade and I are the most controversial journalists, female journalists in Nigeria. We have been
Thank
through
you,
it. And
Azuka.
Doctor, thank you for,
Thank you.
Doctor, you healed us.
Thank
You really
you.
healed us.